Mike Tyson recently suffered a medical emergency after boarding a flight from Miami to LA, which has been since identified as an ulcer flare-up. According to the original news article that covered the story, he felt nauseous and dizzy half an hour before the plane was supposed to land. Now, to clarify, there was a flight delay, but that was due to the air conditioning being broken and not Tyson's health scare. This story has been circulating all over the internet because of his upcoming fight with Jake Paul on Netflix. A majority of boxing fans have already denounced the fight as soon as it got announced in the first place, but after seeing this news about Tyson, it just adds insult to injury. Even though Jake Paul vs Mike Tyson is still going ahead according to all officials, this news does make the event seem a bit more sad. Now, I've gone on record to say that I don't really care that Mike Tyson is fighting Jake Paul. Yes, it's a bad look for Jake to either get beat up by an old man or get his ass kicked by an old man. But at the same time, Mike Tyson is a grown-up, and if he wants to get in the ring with a 27-year-old for $27 million, he should go for it. It's really on the commission making it happen and giving it legitimacy by sanctioning the fight. If this does end an absolute disaster with Jake severely hurting Mike Tyson, then that's their fault. If they have to change the length of the rounds to compensate for Tyson's age, then it probably shouldn't be professionally sanctioned. Although the ulcer flare-up isn't going to affect the event and whether it goes on, it does put Mike's age and fragility into perspective a lot more. I get that there must be a lot of male ego left in Tyson, and no matter how rich you are, a $20 million payday is enticing, but yeah, this fight news as it comes out, it's getting more and more disheartening. If Mike Tyson is medically cleared to step foot in the ring, then I don't have anything against him choosing to do so, but this fight will not be the best watch for Tyson fans. If you're thinking that Mike Tyson will come away with a win, you're fucking deluded. Not to say that in his prime Mike Tyson wasn't great, he was, and would absolutely clean out Jake Paul. However, those times are long past us, and this event won't be a friendly spar like Mike Tyson vs Roy Jones. Jake seems like a spiteful cunt inside the ring at least, and will want to pull a Mike Tyson on Mike Tyson, even knowing that he wouldn't have beaten Tyson in his prime. He wants a win against Mike Tyson on his pro record, even though 2-minute rounds aren't pro boxing rules in the slightest, and this commission is stupid for sanctioning it as a professional bout. I also think it's ridiculous for women's fights to have 2-minute rounds in pro bouts, and I'm glad that pioneers like Amanda Serrano are changing these stupid and frankly backwards rules. Let's say that Mike Tyson won't be cleared to fight and they have to pick someone else. First of all, it would be a massive blow to Netflix and the audience base watching. To be clear, boxing fans and general people around the world are watching for Mike Tyson and Mike Tyson only. Jake Paul is a big name and everything, but the real interest of this fight lies with Mike, no one else. There will be people who don't even watch boxing now tuning into this fight if it goes ahead. If Tyson can't fight, then there is nobody they can replace him with that will have the same reach. That's what Netflix is banking this event on, having a fighter with such a big name that would potentially attract hundreds of millions of subscribers to watch them fight. Mike Perry, KSI, Tommy Fury, all of these guys don't hold a candle to the marketability of Mike Tyson. But if there was a replacement, who would Jake Paul's team choose? Misfits Boxing, and by extension KSI, has a deal with DAZN for the next couple of years, so they just can't go ahead and sign a one-off fight contract with Netflix. That would absolutely be a conflict of interest for DAZN, so the conversation around the KSI vs Jake Paul fight on this card is a non-starter unfortunately. Also, the weight discrepancy between the two fighters is way too much, due to Jake bulking up to heavyweight in order to fight Mike Tyson in the first place. Tommy Fury would be a fun fight to run back, especially after he went life and death with KSI in his last fight. I guess a Tommy Fury rematch would be a decent consolation prize for people who desperately want to see a KSI vs Jake Paul fight, but again, I don't see this happening either. Tommy and his team appear to be rather difficult to work with, and I have a feeling they'd either price themselves out or say that it's too short notice. Mike Perry would actually be a really cool matchup for Jake Paul. Just like Mike Tyson, Mike Perry is a violent, pressure-forward fighter, and it would be awesome to see him fight fight Jake. However, I'm not sure if it would make the most sense for Netflix to have Mike Perry as the backup fighter. He's just not that big of a name globally, and while he's respected in the MMA and bare knuckle community, that's pretty much where his reach ends. Honestly, it would be impossible to replace Mike Tyson, and I can see them just cancelling or postponing the event. Mike Tyson isn't just the A side of this event, he's the fucking A, B, and C side, meaning he calls all the shots due to his global impact. If he can't fight, there's no one who can replicate him. So the event's going through for now, whether people like it or not. It's gonna be weird, it's going to be a bit of an experiment for Netflix, but I'm gonna watch. Morbidly curious.